Welcome to So Funny It Hurts. I'm your host, Makayla Gordon. Now, after what felt like a 17-year break, turns out it was only 3 weeks, I'm back, baby, and I'm so excited about this week's guest. Obviously, I'm dying about this mob wives aesthetic that's trending right now. You know her, you love her. She might as well just co-host the show with me. Host Magic Mike Live, my Italian sister queen, Jaclyn Marfuggi Caprio.
Burr, 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 burr. Sorry, that probably hurt your ears.
Do it again.
Burr, 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 burr.
That's your trigger warning. If it becomes too much for you, we tried to warn you in the beginning.
Ciao, doll.
Ciao, doll. Look at us.
Look at us. Thank you for coming out of retirement for me.
Listen, you're welcome. Your girl's going through a burnout, but I'm back.
I mean, Usher wasn't the halftime show. You were in Vegas. You were just like running it every single night.
Thank you so much. Listen to me. We love a hustling queen. Woo. I'm looking at one right now.
That's kind of you.
But I'm learning in therapy that I like rest.
Unfamiliar, Makayla.
This is so. Apparently, I like relaxation. I'm embarrassed. I don't even want to admit it. I like, dare I say, bubble baths.
Oh God! Oh my God!
No,
I love a jacuzzi moment. Actually, like a nice '80s like jacuzzi with like wine. Do you want? You don't drink anymore, do you?
I don't drink anymore, but I might as well be drunk because I'm still insane. It's
Exactly.
just the alcohol's out. Nothing else changed.
Which is also annoying. Okay, so I brought you something, and
Give
I
it
was
to
like,
me.
"Do I bring her a bottle of wine?"
Can I just say that Jack is the most perfect? We're going to explain these coats in a moment, as if you couldn't fucking tell.
Like, is it cold in Vegas right now? What is happening?
I guess I could have touched upon this before we went straight the fuck in.
Can I push this back a little?
You
Okay.
hold it, throw it.
I need to relax.
Nothing matters. We need to have 5 minutes of
I
relaxation.
need to lounge.
We need to just air out. What do you always say? Air out your meat cutlets? Your chicken cutlets.
My chicken cutlets.
We're airing out.
Yeah.
I really wanted you to come on, number one, because I miss you. And it feels like when you're an entertainer, the only way you can see your friends is at gigs.
Well, it's like book me and then we can hang out.
Yeah, and then we're going to hang out because you've been killing it in Vegas.
Oh, girl.
Killing it as the host of Magic Mike Live.
Oh, thank you so much.
Your stand-up show, you just did a stand-up show in LA.
Yeah.
With an incredible lineup.
Yeah, I mean, we have that, and I have stuff coming up with you, which I'm excited about.
We're going to announce it at the end.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited.
I haven't seen you since BravoCon. We did Monday's Dark, and I got to meet your Sky Diva. Like, it was like, I feel like there's just been a lot that's happened.
There's been some, I forgot that we did BravoCon.
Yeah.
Should we talk about the potential party we almost threw that had us in a fucking tailspin?
I mean, that was very traumatic, so that's very on brand.
Honestly, and you know what? We go to the trauma of it all. But first I want to talk about something. Now we're going to get serious.
Okay.
Jack, this is very serious.
Bring it on.
There's a new trend on TikTok called Mob Wives Aesthetic. Okay? And I just want to say I appreciate the validation that everyone wants to give us as Italian women.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you for finding it in your heart to want to leave the clean girl aesthetic. Thank you for leaving behind your pumpkin spice lattes.
I was never a PSL girl.
That's because we're not those girls.
I'm not a PSL girl.
That's because we're mob wife aesthetic girls.
Exactly.
We've always been.
It's not like an aesthetic for us. It's just a way of life. Like, that's just how it is. It's so
Jory,
funny.
can you turn the mic up? I just want to make sure everyone in the fucking back of social media can hear her as well. Please go on.
Well, no, even like I've made a little video making fun of mob wife aesthetic.
The best, wait, it's the best video and we're going to cut to it.
Thank you.
You're so hysterical, but the video is literally all of the mob wives that ever existed that made it onto television. And you're literally doing the accents, everything. Karen was my favorite. Karen from Goodfellas was my favorite.
Grazie mille.
Can I have a little Karen?
Okay.
I don't want to put you on the spot.
No.
We can throw it to the video.
Makayla! I can't do it. That was so bad. Oh, don't Don't come at me. Don't cancel me.
You know
my
why? Because Karen was Jewish. Because Karen was Jewish. That's why it's difficult to go right into character.
Yes. Our life is not your costume. You just have to like lose your voice to do it, Karen. How dare you? My Karen kind of sounds like Christopher Walken, though. Like after doing it a lot, I was like, Jesus Christ. This is not Karen Nail.
Yes, it is Karen. Karen yelled the entire fucking movie.
As she should have.
I had every right to.
Every right. Oh,
how about when she flushed the cocaine down the toilet and then...
That hurt my soul.
It hurt my soul. She took those long ass nails to break it and then threw it all under the toilet, into the toilet.
Can you do a little ASMR with our nails?
I'm learning how to play guitar, so I don't have nails anymore.
Oh.
But I still can do that. You like that?
I got
Italian. If Italians did ASMR, it would be this.
Yeah. Just fucking.
Ha! Ha!
I mean, we just talk with our hands. I used to do a joke. Like, have you ever knocked a cat off a counter at a party? Like, telling a story? Like, accidentally? It happens. I can't. Never.
The joke is, have you ever knocked a cat off the counter?
Mid-story. Yeah.
No, but one time I had a ponytail weave in my hair and I was whipping it around like a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
And I set it on fire with a candle in the club. Took the whole club out. Took the whole fucking club out because the burnt fake hair was so bad.
I'll take a fake hair burning at a club and I raise you.
Go on.
You remember the Parlor Hollywood, right?
Obviously.
Makayla used to do karaoke there and it was like American Idol every night. TJ Espinoza, like he would host
oh my
it,
God,
like everything.
Speak to my heart.
Yeah. So we had an event there and I was a server at the time and I had to put all the candles down and Penny Marshall, the icon, queen, legend, Penny Marshall was front and center at the event. And I was like, and I just looked at her and I'm holding these candles and she went, your hair's on fire. And my fake hair just like lit up because I was just so fucking, I was like, oh, look at her own Penny Marshall.
Wait, what happened?
My hair caught on fire.
Did you tap it out?
And then like, because you just like to pretend embarrassing shit doesn't happen. I was just like, thank you. And just like kept putting more candles out. Like, I should have maybe taken a 5.
Wait, the fact that you said thank you and then continued to set the
yeah.
Listen, I feel like what they're not tapping into, Mob Wives aesthetic isn't just leopard coats.
No.
Mob Wife aesthetic is high anxiety, continuing to do a job that you've set your mind to.
1000%.
Never stopping, never taking a break. An Italian woman would never relax. Ever.
I don't know
Bubble
what that
bath? I think the fuck not. Therapy? No. She's busy saving the world one cannoli at a time.
I mean, put it on a pillow. I'm saving the world one cannoli at a time.
And that's on Amen, bitch.
Father, son, house of cannoli.
So are you? Listen, our Italian girlfriends that we know, Angie Pontani. I don't know if you follow her.
No, who is
You'll
that?
love her. She's the most phenomenal burlesque dancer actually in the world.
Oh my God.
She dances with Gaga, another Italian queen.
Stephanie Giovinazza.
Can we just take a moment of silence?
Yeah. Can we also do a lesson? It's not this. You can't break the wrist. It's just this.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes. A tutorial is what we needed.
Right?
One more time.
We're doing the hands for the listeners at home. We're doing the Italian, which thank God there's an emoji for the hands.
Thank God.
You don't let it flap in the breeze.
No, you don't.
You have a strong, steady hand.
That's beautiful. I don't even think I knew that.
I know. I didn't know that until
Thank God
recently
you're
either.
here.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not taking credit. We actually have
Take
a
the
real
credit.
Italian, like straight off the boat from Italy, like Gianluca Briganti in our show. And I was backstage going like this. And he was like, Jaclyn, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, what? And he was like, you can't break the wrist. And now he's like, oh, are you Italian or are you Jersey Italian? There's a big difference, guys. Jory, you'll get this because you lived in Italy.
Wait, let's talk to
There's
the
so
audience.
many things.
Jory is our new engineer. Jory, welcome to So Funny It Hurts. So welcome to the first episode ever for
Ciao,
you.
Jory.
Yes.
Welcome.
Ciao, ciao.
It's only going to go downhill from here.
Yeah.
This is the bar of So Funny It Hurts. And then the rest of the episodes are just, will be the best one.
Oh my God, I love it.
You did live in Italy for 3 years.
3 years.
What did you learn in Italy?
Ooh, I learned that, this is going to get dark, but I learned that the Italians don't really like black people too much.
Jory.
Jory.
Okay,
It's called So Funny It Hurts.
Yeah, that's traumatic.
This is where we go there.
See, Jersey Italians, we love.
Yeah, Jersey Italians.
I feel like it's different.
Okay, so when you were in Italy, they were not. Was there racism?
They were not the nicest to me.
Stop.
But there was places in Italy, I will say, that were super nice. You know? But there was occasionally I'd go out to like these. I lived in a really tiny rural town, and they
didn't know better.
No, they wouldn't. Yeah, they probably never even seen anybody.
Yeah.
Like me, so.
Oh, well, we apologize on behalf.
I'm honestly only going to claim I can't even claim my Jewish side anymore. There's so much. There's
a lot there too.
Drama over there too.
Oh my God,
I
so
can't
traumatic.
claim any of my ethnicity.
Jesus.
I'm sorry you had to deal with those Italians.
But on a brighter note,
Yeah.
what I really learned was that Italians are probably the best cooks in the world. The food is incredible.
Horrible people, great chefs.
Horrible people, but the food's good. No, I'm just kidding.
God damn it, Troy. Well, we hope.
God damn it.
In this 1 hour, Jaclyn and I can turn your views
No.
on Italians.
We're going to turn you. We're going to change you. Actually,
yes,
you know what?
do it, Jack.
I brought presents
Do it,
for
Jack.
the room. All right. I can never come empty-handed.
She never comes
This is a mob wife
empty-handed.
aesthetic thing. And,
my
Makayla
God,
doesn't drink.
the
She doesn't eat.
rainbow.
I don't know what you can do. But
I can eat all
Jory,
that.
have you had a sfogliatelle?
I haven't. No.
Okay, well, here. We got cookies, sfogliatelle,
Give him
cannoli
it.
nuts.
I feel like he deserves
Here,
it
there
right
you
now
go.
after that
Right?
traumatic story. So
I know.
funny it hurts. I'm fucking
sweets are
devastated.
good for the soul. Try a rainbow cookie.
Come on, you can get in camera.
Come
It's
on,
fine.
get in here.
The show is unhinged.
We're going to feed you. These Italians love you.
Which one you want him to try?
That's not the one you should try
That's not the one
first.
you should try.
I would try either the rainbow. If we could heat up this sfogliatelle, I would say that.
We can't. We'll do that. This is also how
enthralling
Italians
content.
give gifts. Italians are like, I got this for you. Don't eat that one. No, I don't
first.
choose that one. No, Jory. It's your gift. Don't eat that one, Jory.
No.
But the rainbow. I am gonna eat this rainbow cookie after we talk.
Yeah, you got to
Wait,
do
this
it.
was you literally are the best Italian. You brought me cheese that my family loved so
I did.
much.
Oh, did they?
They loved it so much.
love it.
Thank you for everything.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you for these. Okay, so you are my
Rocky G liked it.
Oh my God, Rocky! No, my mother-in-law ate it all. Rocky G never even got a little taste.
Oh, good.
But honestly, I wanted my mother-in-law to have it. She's Armenian. She doesn't know authentic cheese, and now she gets to.
Well, you know what? It's very close to Italian. It's like Persian with pizza. That's what we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good.
Yes,
it is.
Yeah, our cheese is better.
Yeah, our cheese. No, our cheese is
way
much better.
better.
Okay, Jory, did you taste it?
I did. It was actually really good.
You liked it.
Yeah.
See, it's an
Does
acquired
that make
taste.
up for the racism?
Does that-
Yeah,
does
it
that-
covers it for sure.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Look
we're
at
good
that.
Now. We're good
Look
now.
at us.
Makayla, shut
Breaking
the
down
fuck
barriers.
up.
Building bridges.
Building bridges, one cookie
We're
at a
in
time.
construction over here. Mob wife
God,
aesthetic. What?
That's all we're doing. We all had a burnout. Have you tried a bubble bath, Jory?
Well, do people say a lot of shit to you online about mob wife aesthetic?
So here's the thing. Not to me.
Not to you.
Because, you know what's so funny? I was always like this. And even when I was on American Idol, my American Idol top 12 outfit was a leopard fuzzy vest.
Okay.
And people thought it was so over the top and too much and stupid. I've always gotten dragged for the over the topness of being like Italian Jersey style. So now that it's like a hip aesthetic,
Vibe. Yeah.
you're like, okay, bitch, but you were dragging us 20 years ago. And that was a video that Angie Pontani made. She was like, babe, this isn't like an aesthetic. This is people's lifestyles. And it's not that it's so deep, but like kind of is. Like we were dragged for being like cute
Extra.
Italian girls.
Yeah.
That were so extra.
I mean, no one dressed like this in my high school.
No.
No.
Never.
See, I grew up in Princeton, New Jersey, so it was like waspy, like we were in like Abercrombie and everything.
Right, obviously.
You know, so like for me, this actually does feel like home because when I would go to family parties, like we would have black tie, like New Year's Eve, like everyone was decked out in these coats, like that's the vibe. So for me, this is like home. Like this also feels like armor. Like I can go out into the world and be like powerful and confident.
Totally.
In my leather, in my fur coat. Fake fur right now, right?
Yeah, faux
Peter,
fur.
Don't come after us.
I know.
Yeah, but
Or I'll come after
yeah,
you.
for me, this is just like home. And also, it's conventional. I'm not going to lie. Super Bowl week here in Vegas, all the girlies, everyone was in their cute little bodycon dresses. No one had a fur coat. I was at the Maxim party. Even though we were VIP, we still had to all wait outside. It was freezing. It was windy. I had just girls. I was like, come on in, honey. Like girls just under my coat. Like, so it makes sense. And when you walk into a party in a fur coat, you turn heads, girls. Just go get the fur coats. There's a million, like Charleston Vintage.
You
can
just
go.
went to the best place.
Oh, yeah.
You took the best video with Tommy. Well, first of all, your mother sent you a fur coat.
Yeah, she did.
That was
She
beautiful.
sent it. I was like, Mom, we got to get it out to Vegas.
That was the sweetest thing.
Yeah, no.
But then you went, okay, but this is funny that you talk about high school and Abercrombie.
Yeah.
Because same, we wore Abercrombie Hollister, and I literally was so short and curvy that I couldn't fit into Abercrombie and Hollister, and the sizes I could fit into were so fucking long. Because, you know, they made them for real tall girls too.
Totally.
So it was like traumatic in high school. I couldn't even wear the cool shit. So then I wore this fucking shit and got bullied for this stupid shit. And then I was like, okay, it's just who I am.
Yeah.
But if you showed up in high school with like our Italian girl family aesthetic, would it have been like
I mean,
weird?
I still like I got in trouble. I remember getting like sent down to like the principal's office for like there was a rumor. It was right when like J-Lo had worn that Grammy dress. Ugh. The Grammy dress,
and
the
then
Versace.
she fucking re-wore it like what,
and then
5 years
rewore it.
ago.
And so like I always leaned into that. Like I always in my head was like, I'm a movie star.
Yeah, 'cause you have
like,
taste.
Yeah, there we go. So there I had gotten, you remember, rest in peace, Baby?
Yeah, of course.
BB, yeah.
I'd still fucking wear it, honestly.
So I had gotten like, it was like a black long tube dress, and I decided, no, we want to make it like the J-Lo dress. So I turned it upside down, turned it around, put the slit in the front, tied it around the neck, like reconstructed the whole thing. So there was this whole like rumor that I was like wearing the Versace, like a J-Lo inspired dress. And in 2000, like that was scary in high school. So like I would get in trouble for like outfits and like wanting to just like rock that aesthetic. Like it's not even like the leopard print. It's just like bold glamour. It's kind of like that 90s, like supermodel 80s. Like that's just the vibe.
It's the gold, the black, the
Yeah.
white, the like sexiness of it all.
Exactly.
That's so funny because to me, as you're saying it, I'm like, first of all, that's so brilliant that you would even think to like turn it upside down, turn it inside out,
Yeah,
like
no.
get that, like that was
I wanted
smart.
that. Yes.
And creative.
You got to do that sometimes, guys. You got to make your outfits happen.
Yes.
Yes.
Listen, I'm leading into, when Christina Aguilera was wearing like remember when the low rises were in? I was a little too young to be able to do the low rise. And then I just didn't have the shape for the low rise.
I just never had the abs for it.
Never.
That just was never a thing for me.
Never. But everything's coming back now. So I got these like low rise pants that I wore the other day that I posted. And someone was like, I can see your vagina. And I was like,
Good. She's cute.
then take a good look. Thank you, Spoiled Laser, for making sure she is showing up and showing out, and the Italian hair is
Spoiled
gone.
Laser. Oh, they reached out to me. I have to
Go
come.
to them.
I'm dying to go.
Go to them.
You know how it is. Like we're just busy. Appointments
Listen to me.
are tough.
Is this my leg or is this my fucking fur jacket? Italian girls are hairy, and
my
don't let
gosh.
girls fool you. We've got the girls out there. They're like, I'm just maybe if you're white, not me.
No, I have a 5 o'clock shadow growing on my inner thigh right now. It's happening. I can't help it.
Then
It's
go to Spoiled
happening.
Laser because you never will again. Bitch.
Exactly.
Changed my life.
Sorry, that's so sexy. I know.
Listen, our viewers appreciate the honesty. It's my podcast. You think anybody wouldn't get it?
God, that was traumatic, having a mustache in high school.
Okay, so let's talk Italian traumas because it's true. Like the mob wife aesthetic is great that it's back, but it was very difficult for me being like an Italian. Like Italian girls are dark. We're little. We have amazing hair on our head and amazing hair on our fucking legs. Like mustache galore.
Yeah.
I used to get made fun of.
Oh, for sure.
Were
Like
you
my
bullied in
lips?
school?
I was bullied about my lips. Yeah. Like boys would make fun of my lips saying they were too big, and now I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah.
No way.
Yeah. That definitely happens. Not really like bullying for the Italian thing. I mean, if I would bring like a baked rigatoni like to lunch, people would be like,
being Italian, like you have big lip. Like there's just certain features, certain things that like, because up until maybe before even, well, maybe after J-Lo, the look really was tall, blonde, very, very skinny. That's all we had to look at.
Yeah, but I idolized. So I was around some mob wives growing up. So look at Makayla's face. She's like,
go on.
So
this is the real tea.
I had worked, and I can't say too much because I've signed NDAs, but like I worked during the summers at this kind of like members only club. And it was like the families would come in, and like the men, like it's a cool confidence. Like oh my God, I wanted to be around it. And the women would come in just in their Jimmy Choos and their juicy sweatsuits, and like the strollers, the iced out bling, the hair. I had a favorite one. It was amazing. She would like order from us, and she would talk normally, and then she would be like, "But I want a Pellegrino," and like we'd be like, like it was so wild. But like they'd come in with their families one weekend, and then the next weekend they would come in with like their gumas, and like it was just like so cool to me, which is like probably why I dated guys that cheated and were horrible in my 20s, just because I like glamorized that, and I feel like you do have to be careful with the whole like mob wife aesthetic.
Yeah,
like,
you do.
I honestly feel like that whole side of it is so like sexy and like hot and mysterious, but also like let's not pretend like it's fucked up.
Yeah, murder.
Yeah, exactly.
There, I said it. You know what's so funny? There's a new show on Netflix called Get Gotti.
Yes.
Have you watched it? I started it last night.
Okay.
And it really is breaking into. No. I wasn't. I had finished Love Is Blind, the newest season.
Yeah.
But we're still waiting for episodes. Okay. And I was still wide awake dealing with that fucking trauma. From waiting for more episodes. I hate that. They're like, not available until February 21st. And I'm like, well, did he fuck Chelsea or not? Beside the point. Get Gotti was on. I was like, I'm still wide awake. So I started it. And it's so funny because when I was like 16, growing up, Gotti was the show. Remember The Boys?
Oh my God. I remember The Boys. The blowouts.
So I thought John Gotti Jr. was the most... there was Carmine and John Gotti Jr. And John Gotti Jr. was like my man.
Yeah.
And I remember saying that when I was on American Idol. So when I did the Tony Danza show, they surprised me with John Gotti Jr.
Shut up.
And I met John Gotti Jr.
Oh my God, are you guys? I mean, I feel like
he was not as in love with me as I thought he was. In my mind, we were married, and then we met in person, and he did not want to marry me.
Stop. He probably got the vibe that you wouldn't actually be into it.
Right, I think he knew that later
kind of knew before you knew.
He also kind of did look like a lesbian. And it really does track if you just look at the timeline of my life. So, you know what, John Gotti Jr., if you're watching this, and I'm sure you're waiting on bated breath for my response, the answer is I'm glad that you weren't into me. Because I turned out to not be into men at all. So, thank you.
Mic drop. You're welcome.
Anything else, Jaclyn, that you can add to that?
I feel like, John Gotti, you're missing out. Like, just to have this one on your arm, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Either he made me a lesbian out of heartbreak, or he just did give
honestly,
lesbian.
I feel like I'd rather be friends with his mom, though.
Oh my God, Victoria Gotti.
Like,
that's what I think.
John Gotti.
Like, do you know that I Googled her the other day?
Yeah.
She looks the exact same.
Of course she
The
does.
long blonde hair, the bangs. She's beautiful.
Yeah, no, she's stunning.
She's gonna be mad at me that I said her husband looks like her son looks like a lesbian. But I didn't mean it like that. If you're watching,
we were hurt. You know, hurt people. It's fine.
I'm not that deep into therapy, Victoria. Okay, it's already frowned upon being Italian going to therapy. I'm just doing my best.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm really proud of you for even putting that out there. That's
Thank
a
you
lot.
very much.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, but that's crazy. So you
I was like around it.
Got to be and it. You know, when you think about, because you and I are in love with Robert De Niro. That's our celeb crush.
Oh my God.
Casino, Goodfellas.
Well, Casino, I honestly think in a past life, the reason why I'm so obsessed with Casino is because I was actually Geraldine McGee, who, you know, Ginger Rothstein was based on. I love it. My middle name is Geraldine. My grandmother's name was Grandma Jerry. I literally, when I was in like
you kind of look
grade,
like her.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
You do,
I
though.
wish.
You're so light-featured like she is, too.
Yeah. And I feel like, I don't know. I don't know. But I feel like I grew up being obsessed with that era, obsessed with casino. In 7th grade, we had to do like presentations about our favorite things in classes. People were doing presentations about like Olympic athletes, presidents they loved. And I wheeled in a TV and I was like, this is the movie Casino.
I want you guys to understand that fucking Ginger was also a prostitute.
Yes.
And that was Jaclyn's fucking girl. Do you understand me?
It really was. Just her and Vivian from Pretty Woman. I even in my yearbook wanted to quote Pretty Woman. I was like out to dinner at like Capuano's with my parents, and I was like, guys, I found my yearbook quote. And it was gonna be, if I forget to thank you later, I had a really good time. My dad was like, maybe not. Maybe don't quote Pretty Woman.
Your father said absolutely not. It's not our fault that our generation made us fall in love with prostitutes.
Because it's...
And listen, I'm going to tell you something.
I love
Prostitute
them.
or not, those women were full glamour.
Glam.
Jay Roberts, when she left Rodeo in all those stunning outfits, stunning. Ginger, everything.
That's the whole aesthetic. Actually, someone commented on my like Mob Wife video and was like, "That's so cool that you had all the costumes." And I was like, "Costumes? That's my wardrobe." But like the Ginger outfit was my literal reception wedding dress for my wedding. Like that, our wedding was in a casino.
Stunning.
Like yeah,
it was stunning.
Thank you. But yeah, I think that in a past life, like literally, I was late because Tommy and I were like, "Okay, we have to make a reservation at the Plaza for like Oscars tonight because that's where they film Casino." You're like, Jaclyn, you have a problem.
No, you don't, because I feel the same way, but I don't think that I'm Geraldine. I want to call a psychic and see if they'll tell us if you were her in her past life.
I think we need to do that.
Do you want to do a past life regression? I know somebody.
No, I 1000% think that is the case. That's why I'm here. That's why I love old school Vegas. And like even when we went to the Italian American Club in Vegas, they brought us. It was like the scene in Goodfellas when they bring like Karen, when they get to like the restaurant, they walk through the back and they just have a table that they create in front of the band. They did the same thing for us. And I was like, this is my destiny.
Listen to me. I'm getting a past life regression person. And we're going to find out if you're fucking Ginge.
I really think that is. Jerry.
I believe in that stuff, though.
Yeah.
Because you're very Italian.
Thank you. We lean into it. I love it. Like I have cousins in my family that don't lean into it at all. At all. They don't. And I don't know what happened to me past life that made me obsessed with it. But like I love it. I lean into it. My dad got me our family crest. So all the men in our family, their wedding rings are the family crest. And my entire life, all I've wanted is the family crest. So I finally got it this year.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, no, big, yeah, cool.
We need to find out. We're going to do that. We are going to find out because I want to know. So you feel very tied to Ginge, and that's what made the video that you did. You can see it on Instagram, your Instagram. Of all the mob wives, listen to me. I'm fucking dying to death. My spray tan has sweat off. I gotta go to a gig after this. I'm so glad you made that move. Hold on, let me air out. Also, my armpits smell like spray tan because I wasn't in the rinse cycle yet. You know when you can't rinse yet? That's where I was at. This feels good. I needed this. I needed this so bad.
I just did a photo shoot. I'm the palest I've ever been. The photographer was like, no spray tans, no lashes. And I was like, we can't do this. So I don't have a spray tan right now, and I'm dying.
Let's talk about this trauma, because did you go for acting headshots?
Yes, I did.
God damn it. God damn it. Do you know why I knew that? Because I went for acting headshots. I literally, people don't understand. I stay bathed in a spray tan.
Yeah.
I could get tan, but I don't want skin cancer.
No, we're health girlies.
I care about my health now. Sure, I went to 2 different tanning beds in high school on the same day so I could be extra dark. But I'm not that girl anymore.
No, we've evolved.
Yeah, we get IPLs now.
It's called growth.
And I didn't even need therapy to know that you shouldn't go to 2 tanning beds on the same day. I figured that out on my own.
You are a goddamn saint. Look at you.
Thank you.
A patriarch. That's not a word. Patriarchy. What? A matriarch of the tanning salons.
The matriarch. Those are called words with Jaclyn and Makayla.
The CEO of Spray Tans.
Thank you. Okay, listen, I have been a weaved up, lashed up, spray tanned bitch my whole life.
My party
Got
trick
dragged
is just like taking it out and being like, whoa!
Okay, well, you know what, bitch? I raise you.
Oh, yes.
With
yes.
this one.
Ooh, that's a good one.
They're good, aren't they?
See, she's a confident bitch.
She's
I'm not
just
that
here.
confident to take out that big of a piece. Look at
Listen. Hi, it's nice to see you again.
They're meeting, you guys. Have you ever done this on So Funny and Nerds?
No, but I knew what this show is going to be today. And also, this is the preview to what they're going to get when we make the announcement later.
Oh, yes. I can't wait.
I had a girl tell me
excited.
that she didn't know how to put an extension in her hair.
Oh, my gosh.
And that made me feel stressed out.
That's how I knew my husband was the guy for me, when he could clip in weaves.
Wait, Tommy can clip in the weave?
Yeah, he calls them my Muppets. He's like,
Tommy gets it.
He gets
Tommy
it.
fucking gets everything.
Yeah, he gets it. I walk around, face masks, like weaves all over the place. There's lashes that he steps on in the house. It's bad, but
good. It's who we are.
That's what he married.
And honestly, he deserves a good woman. And you deserve me to have a full weekend for the rest of this interview. Jory, I don't know if you understood what you got yourself into, but I hope you're enjoying it. Jory, are you 1 to 10? You stressed out or you feel good about everything happening?
I feel good about everything.
He feels
good about everything. He gets it.
I love it.
He gets it.
I feel like I want to talk more about Italy, though, because I do have to say, have you been to the motherland?
Listen, have you been?
I'm sorry, I'm taking over right now.
Take over. It's
the
our
worst.
show.
I feel so bad.
We did the first episode where people got to know you. Now it's our show.
You got to know me. I'm a comic. That's it. That's all you need to know.
Listen, she's Italian and she's my friend. There's nothing else that you need to know. She's my sister at the end.
Yeah.
I did a gig in Sardinia. And it was beautiful.
Ooh.
But that was it. I've never got to like spend time. I don't take vacations unless I get flown there for a gig.
Okay.
It's part of the relaxation I'm trying to find.
That.
Thank you so much.
You should go in September. We're going to try. My contract is up like end of August.
Are you going to go in September?
And yeah, we're going to go to the Locatelli cheese factory in Parma. And then we're going to go to Puglia because apparently that's where all the chic Italians actually go vacation. Not like where everyone goes, like where they in Capri and like where everyone is. Like we're going to go to Puglia because that's where the hotspot is. But the thing I noticed, so I was in like the Italian Riviera, I was in Milan, and they didn't look like this. I know, we were fancy. It was a honeymoon. They didn't look like this. What I noticed about the women there, they were all natural.
No makeup.
No makeup. The clothes were like falling off of them. It was so sexy. So I feel like this is like an East Coast Italian, like this is like the Americanized version,
right?
Meets like Sophia Loren, like we got a Sophia Loren, we got Monica Bellucci. Like I feel like there's like touches this Versace aesthetic,
but Sophia had her clothes falling off of her, not always makeup, and then makeup full glam. Like she was the perfect mix of both.
Yeah. That's what I feel like we need to embrace because there's different levels of like mob wife aesthetic. There's also, which I love, Drea De Matteo. She has this wine line, Gangster Goddess. She reposted my video. I'm not going to lie. We're friends. This is her in my shirt. You said to wear Carmela. And see, I have more of a connection to like Drea and Michael.
Good.
Because Michael Imperioli, he was my acting teacher. I went to his like acting school in New York.
No way.
Yeah, that's where I got to meet like James Gandolfini, Sharon Angela, like who played
Jackie
Jackie
Ginger. You are Ginger.
I really
How do you meet all these people?
It happens. Yeah, I met her at Sopranos Con. And I got to play her at Sopranos Con, which was really cool. And she's amazing. And we'll DM and like say hi, what's up? So she's a supportive girly. She's a girl's girl.
I love that.
You know, like I respect the shit out of her. And I think she looks incredible and amazing. But she likes to call it Gangster Goddess. She doesn't like to call it mob wife aesthetic because of all the trauma and shit that comes along with being a mob wife.
Totally.
So Gangster Goddess, I feel like we are more gangster. Like
I love that.
It's more like you're a boss bitch, you're running your shit, you're working hard. Like for me, I don't love the mob wife aesthetic term. I feel like Gangster Goddess is where
and if we're being completely honest, like I don't want to be attached to, even though I did my whole life, I don't want to be attached to like the mob. Like we get it.
Yeah.
There's trauma. There was like a lot of people were hurt. I just want all the things that went along with the wives.
I want to be glamorous. I want to feel confident. I want to, go out. I want to have a good time. Like I feel like what we love about that aesthetic is literally just going out and looking like a movie star.
Because you know what? I feel like also, and it's just changed, I think, generationally, people don't dress up anymore.
No.
Like I sing 5 nights a week in Vegas in showrooms, and people will come in jeans, which is it's no shade. It's just people like prefer comfort now. But there was a time you'd go in those showrooms and you had to dress beautifully. The women had to look nice. The men had to look nice. And now it's like jeans, sometimes like nicer sneakers.
And like you're on stage, like Makayla, if you haven't gotten to see Makayla perform, like what the fuck are you doing? But you're on stage in like gowns. Like you are decked out. You're doing the hair. You got the makeup. Like you're singing these gorgeous songs and someone's sitting there with like flip-flops and jeans. Like that doesn't work. Show some respect.
But that's what it is. I think that's why we are the girls that we are. Like we love that glamour and showing up and looking nice. And I think people just don't do that anymore. So when the mob wife aesthetic came around, to everyone's defense, I think it's giving women an opportunity to like dress up again. Because when you show up like this without it being a trend, people are like, what are you doing? What is it, Halloween? You're like, no, it's a Tuesday, bitch.
I feel like you gotta like pick and choose though. Like there's different eras. Like you could go like Y2K Carmela Soprano mob wife aesthetic, pile it all on. Like that's like the BB era, like cachet,
Totally.
like all of it.
Cachet.
I was never a cachet girly.
Couldn't afford cachet. BB all day. BB all day.
That was not, BB.
And if you were really smart, you would go to the swap meets, and sometimes there was only one E, and it only spelled Beb, but it was $5, and I fucking wore that. Beb.
Beb.
And I was like, it's like that. What's up?
I love that. I mean, I worked my uncle at a restaurant. I was a hostess. I was literally like Adriana, but in real life.
You were the girl.
And that's all my paychecks went to just BB outfits to wear to work.
I love it.
Yeah, no, that's what we did.
That's a mob wife aesthetic.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, you're so cute. So you do Magic Mike Live.
Yeah.
You've been there for a hot minute.
It's been it's been a year and a half. It'll be almost 2 years. Yeah.
And I'm so excited. If you haven't seen Magic Mike Live, you have to go see it. You're so fun. You're so cute. You've been making your way around Vegas. Everyone knows you and loves you.
It is kind of funny. I've really been leaning into actually being from Jersey because, when you've been doing a show for almost 2 years, you're like, how do we make this like new and fun again?
Yeah.
For myself, for the cast, for the audience. You don't want to get stale because granted, new shit happens every single night. Like I'm interacting with the audience, but I do have 30 pages of dialogue that I am saying, like it is like a Broadway show. So for me, I have to stay fresh. And we had some meetings and I was like, why don't I lean more into that like Jersey girl, East Coast thing that I came in with for my audition? Because in my stand-up, I definitely lean more into it. I talk about being Italian, where I was kind of just being like a cheerleader on stage at Magic Mike and just hosting and being high energy. And I'm like, let's change it up.
Yeah.
And I kid you not, the crowds are so much more receptive to me having an attitude. It's like literally being with Marissa Tomei and my cousin Vinny on stage. And I feel like I was worried about going that hard with it because I was like, they're going to think I'm a bitch. Like, they're not going to like relate to me, but they fucking eat it up.
They love it.
They love it. And that's what's actually authentic. And as an actress, like so many years in acting class, you're beating down like any accent you have, like anything like that. And now just embracing what like is authentically inside me and like trying to just like let it fucking go and have fun with it is what people are resonating with.
You know what's so funny that you say that? Like we go into acting class and I can honestly broaden it to like life. I really genuinely think my whole life I was told like I'm too much. Everything I did was too much. And not only was it too much, it exuded strong insecurities. So not only was I too much, then I was made to feel stupid, like I was just really fucking insecure.
You were strong and wrong.
And just strong and wrong.
Strong and wrong.
And I remember being young, younger, and I was like, but I just like this. I can't help. It's just who I am. And as years went on, I started like dimming down because that's what we were taught.
Same.
That's what we were taught to be in the industry. And I literally only this year, after getting sober, I needed to take a moment. And I don't know how long the sobriety lasts, but I sort of hit my rock bottom and I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I don't know where I'm at, but this isn't the thing. Mm-hmm. And when I started like going back and reflecting, like there was a lot of shame, a lot of embarrassment, a lot of suppression, a lot of told I was like wrong. And it was just to like fit into these boxes. And what's crazy about this generation is they're not going into the boxes. I think that they're just making the decision to not listen. But I realized that was a source of a lot of my issues that I was having. And I feel like you understand that. And I feel like that's been the toughest thing. And I just had a job opportunity that came up and I felt like after a year of doing this work of not watering myself down anymore, I felt like I was going to have to water myself down. And I thought it was going to be my dream job. And I couldn't take it because inside I was like, I can't water myself down anymore. I can't betray myself.
You can't be
and
vanilla.
It really is true. Like if I'm too much, just go find less. Like I'm not mad about it, but I'm not too much for the people that like me.
Well, exactly. That's the thing. People are going to connect with who you authentically are. And if you're watering it down, that job's not going to work out anyway.
Yeah.
You know, and people can like sniff it out. You know, you've done stand up. Like the second you're not being true to yourself and you're like lying or like creating like a really elaborate fake story, people know. They immediately know. And that was happening with me. I felt like I was kind of just trying to like fit into all the boxes instead of just my box.
Yeah.
You know? And oh my God.
And your box is so great.
Oh.
And you're and I love everything about you. I mean, I really do. Like, I love you so much, Jack. I love seeing you shine. And I feel like when you shine, it gives me permission to shine. And I think that that's what we all need. Like, we need more people. So to say that also, I'm proud of you for leaning into who you are, even on that big stage, because it's very difficult to do in private, let alone on stage where you're opening yourself every night to judgment and criticism and only wanting the best intentions of making people enjoy themselves and also being like, oh, good, yeah, I'll just go fuck myself. Glad you fucking hated it. And that's my authentic self, by the way.
Well, that's the thing. And also, like, you are you. You're a character and people in Vegas love you and they know you for this. So don't change this.
Yeah, thanks, Mama.
But it's taken like a really long time to get to this. I know for me, it's huge that I'm even doing stand-up, that I'm even voicing opinions, that I'm even like confident and like saying no to stuff and like letting people like know when things bother me, because for the longest time, I had no voice.
Did you struggle with that?
I struggled with it. I was like a people pleaser, a yes person, just always wanted to be perfect. Like firstborn daughter, like you're like a go-getter. You want to be perfect. You want to get the A+. Like that's just how I was. And also like growing up, like I feel like that wasn't a big thing where for me, like women really like came at people and like said whatever they wanted to say. So for me, almost like leaning into this like Jersey stereotype or like whatever this mob wife aesthetic thing is, like it definitely like for the longest time wearing like gold chains, wearing leather, like just having that attitude, almost like having to fake it until I make it with that and feel it, gave me a voice, gave me the confidence, you know? And now, like, that's just who I am. And I do say whatever I want. And I do stop something if I don't like what's happening.
Oh, I love that.
You know, but, like, I had to hide behind that tough girl exterior and, like, fake it for so long until I finally, like, felt it. And I feel like having that little, like, East Coast attitude, like, definitely helps.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's interesting. I love that you said, like, hide behind the tough girl Italian, because I think that also there is the expectation that we're all Marissa Tomei from My Cousin Vinny. And that's, like, the dream, and that's who we grew up watching. Yeah. But it turns out I'm pretty sensitive and I have a lot of feelings. Exactly. And I've been living in my masculine. And then I gave myself 3 ulcers and now I have to live in my feminine and be vulnerable and I'm struggling. I want to tell you guys that living in my feminine is the most difficult thing I've ever had to do. I feel exposed every single day of my life, and I literally get chills every day because I'm like, I have to be soft, and it's so hard. And I really like it when it goes well. I really like the feeling when it goes well, but when it doesn't, bitch, I want to fucking.
Can you tell us like what? Because I struggle with this too. Like when you say living in your feminine, like what are certain things that like you do? Because like oh shit,
fix it.
What's happening?
Well, we took our fucking leaves out, Jaclyn. That's what happened. We ripped our leaves out.
No, but like I need help with that too. So like, can you tell us like what you do or like have to like flip and how you react to something or?
I think
because I need help with this.
To be honest, I don't know yet. I'm still figuring it out.
Okay.
This is very new for me. But I think that I literally would be like, well, I don't give a fuck. Then don't fucking call me, right? Like that's a very I don't give a fuck about the job. Well, I don't give a fuck. Then I'd go home, fucking sit inside of it, be so upset. That's like the tough thing. So now my practice is I have to be like, hey, that bothers me, and I actually have a lot of feelings about that, and I'm having those feelings right now. Can we talk about it? Like, I don't even, listen to me. I'm so kindergarten with my words right now because I don't know how to do it. And God bless Lisa, because every day I practice, even my friends, I bet you people who employ me think I'm insane because I have to practice, and I have to practice on everyone. So normally things that would bother me that I don't talk about, I have to practice with them. So I'm like to the head of fucking Fontainebleau. I'm like, I know that this is what you want, but I would like to share with you something my therapist and I talked about. And it's just that I'm not feeling valued. And I'm sure you didn't mean to make me feel that way, President of Fontainebleau, but I'm not feeling, and that hurts me because I grew up with some trauma that I'm working through right now. They're like, can you just leave? And I'm like, no, because that's not part of my practice. I can't walk out anymore. I have to sit with my feelings, and you're going to sit with them too. So we'll sit.
This.
It's awkward. I'm the most awkward individual I've ever met right now.
Yeah, but I bet you're getting everything you want.
Okay, but I am.
Yeah, because
I am.
Will she stop talking? We'll give it to her.
Listen, I might even start to cry. Because it's so difficult for me. You know what's the funniest thing about that? Here's the only advice I can give. I'm struggling with it.
Yeah.
I feel very embarrassed and very shy. But the beauty of it is, my only intent is showing up for myself in ways I never showed up for. And so I am seeing the benefit. As I'm struggling through the sandbox, I'm seeing the benefit.
Yeah.
And I'm really grateful for that because it's so hard that if it didn't work, it would be the hardest fucking, but I couldn't take it.
You're so inspiring though. I feel like I need to start doing more of this.
Well,
yeah.
Great.
Because I still am doing kind of like the tough girl. I kind of shut down.
Yeah, I love shutting down.
Yeah, shutting down.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah.
Unplug me. Unplug me. But also, no, I had an interaction with somebody that I hadn't spoken to in 4 years.
Okay.
Yesterday. And I didn't ever really plan on talking to them again because when you're cut out, you're just cut out. Like, we're good.
You're dead to me.
But I don't want to do that anymore. Like, if anything, I just don't want that bad blood.
Well, it hurts you too.
It's really just because it hurts you.
Yeah.
And so when I was sitting there, I was saying, well, I didn't reach out to you because I didn't think you cared. And they were like, well, we did care and we were mad that you didn't reach out. And I was like, okay, but you also never reached out. And so although it's a two-way street, like, I didn't think you cared. And then he was like, well, I didn't think that you cared about me. And then we're like fighting as two Italian people do.
Yes.
And then what it ended up being was we both just wanted to be cared about. And we just both wanted to be loved, but we're so fucking stubborn and didn't talk about that. And then the two of us are brutally getting through this conversation. And
you got to do the work, though. You got to do it.
But then it was so good afterwards.
And now you just want love. Like, everyone just wants love.
Honestly, that's what we all need is just fucking love. We just need love.
I'm proud of you for doing that.
I'm actually so uncomfortable. My armpits are
Look
sweating
at her.
again.
Look at you.
You guys,
I'm Lorraine Bracco in The Sopranos. This is your therapy
What is
session.
it?
I'm Dr. Melfi right now.
Okay, well, listen, this is a good test to what you're going to get because I'm doing a show that we've been promoting called So Funny It Hurts Live.
Yes.
It's going to be April 3rd. And I'm very excited about So Funny It Hurts Live because I've been wanting to put a show together for a minute. And I was so excited to ask you if you would be a part of it because it's going to be a really great mixture of working through grief with a hysterical spin, the things I learned from therapy, with my favorite people who also have their own trauma. And they will be able to meet some of my favorite comics and a personal look into my relationship with my dad, who I didn't have a relationship with for 15 years. And he was the best podcast guest I had for Father's Day. So it's going to be a really great hour and a half. And I can't wait to have you. You're going to do a stand-up set. It's going to be amazing.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be so fun. It's going to be so just traumatic.
Because you know what I like about you too? And I think it's important people know this, like you're so beautiful and you're so funny. And so I think oftentimes people are like very intimidated by that because it's just two incredible things. But you're so honest and you're so real and you're such a girl's girl.
Oh, God.
And you're so supportive and so kind.
But there's reasons why I've gotten to be that supportive and I'm a girl's girl because things have happened.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I would never want to hurt anyone else. So there are certain ways I live my life because of the traumas in the past.
Yeah. But you make them funny.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you got to do. Yeah. Comedy, trauma plus time equals comedy.
It's all we've got.
And like even, I was going to talk to you about this, but we could talk about it here. I had a traumatic thing happen right before BravoCon.
Tell me right now.
And it was wild. I thought I was going to be like canceled. Like I thought BravoCon was going to be taken away from me, like crying on my floor. I had lawyers on the phone. Like it was wild.
Oh, I think I remember a little bit of this. Okay, tell me again.
Yeah, no, it was a whole misunderstanding. I had like a comedy company that I had worked for a bunch of times. They booked me and like Joe Gorga from Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Yeah.
We had done shows together in New Jersey right before BravoCon. They found out we were doing BravoCon. They're like, let's book a show in Vegas. Let's do it. And I've never talked about this before on a pod.
Oh my God. And the time is now.
Yeah. And we were like, okay. And so this comedy production company was like, okay, we booked Brad Garrett's Comedy Club. Like it's all set. It's the Sunday night at BravoCon. Start promoting. So they started like posting and tagging Brad Garrett's Comedy Club, like making flyers, like everything. So I was just reposting as you do as a comedian. Like when you get booked on comedy shows, you don't reach out to every single comedy club you're booked at to be like, hey, is this a legit show or is it not a show? You know, like there's independent like production companies that book at venues. And so they were like renting out the venue for our show. So I was like, great, cool, booked and busy, great.
Yeah.
And the week of, I had just flown back from Jersey doing those shows week of. And I was supposed to host the panel at BravoCon with Jerry O'Connell. It was going to be like 8,000 people. We were doing a whole like Real Housewives of New Jersey thing, meets Magic Mike. Like it was
so exciting.
So huge, so fun. Like we were going to meet Andy Cohen, like all this stuff. So 2 nights before this, right before I had to go in for all the rehearsals, I was on the phone having like a traumatic family experience. We were finally talking about something. So, you know, when you're talking and like making amends and you're going back and forth. And so my phone kept ringing and going off and I wasn't answering because I was having like we're crying, like a whole deep conversation.
Yeah.
I get off the phone. I have all these missed phone calls from like a Vegas number. And it's the talent booker for Brad Garrett's Comedy Club leaving me messages. I have all these DMs from Brad Garrett himself. And it's the booker being like, who do you think you are? Like, this show doesn't exist. Like, this isn't real. How could you be posting about this? Brad Garrett was like messaging me, being like, who are you anyway? Like, which is like the meanest thing you could hear. Like, and he like finally apologized once we like got to the bottom of everything. Basically, there was like a Facebook scam where the production company that had booked Joe and I, they had gotten scammed. They had sent out money, like to the point where tickets were bought, like all this stuff. And it was just like a whole scam. They thought they were talking to Brad Garrett and the comedy club. They weren't. It was like a whole bot. It was a whole mess. Everyone got their money back, whatever. But for me, because the comedy club and Brad Garrett started reposting pictures of us with big like red X's across like my face being like, these people are frauds. This is a scam. Like, don't trust them. So I have comedians reaching out to me from like LA, New York being like, you're getting dragged. You're getting canceled. Like, you need to get to the bottom of this. How dare you do this? And I'm like, I didn't do anything. Like, I just said yes to a gig. You know?
Because also I was there just a little bit with you, and it was just so exciting. Like we were excited for you, and you were excited. That's insane.
It was awful, and it took like me getting a lawyer to like make a statement like about it. It got that bad. Yeah, it got really bad, and then like it all backtracked. Brad Garrett apologized, like posted a whole like apology to Joe and I because like. We didn't do anything. We just said
what
yes
did
to
he
being on a
think?
comedy
You were
show.
just the face of this scam? Like the host of Magic Mike Live and a well-known comedian was the head of this scam trying to hold something in his club?
Totally. Yeah. So
That's not weird?
So I know. Well, yeah. So
But I'm saying like that's not weird? Like you wouldn't want to come to... It's not like you're some Joe Schmo. You're a reputable stand-up comic who headlines a show here in Las Vegas at Sahara Hotel. And I don't think you're some kind of schmuck that would do that. It's surprising that he would go to social media and blast you first.
Yeah, and granted, I didn't answer my phone for an hour because I was making amends with a family member. But yeah, it was a whole thing. We're all good now. I'd love to perform at your club now as a... mea culpa, maybe. But the point being, I would like to do.
I think I'm still upset.
So that night, we had tickets to go see Katy Perry. And I didn't want to go because I was just like crying all day. I was on the phone with lawyers, like dealing with this. Like it was traumatic.
So
this isn't like a traumatic experience where it's like someone died or like a health thing happened.
No, don't do that because I think that we try to categorize our trauma. And listen, it's the same way as Brad Garrett thinks you're scamming his club.
Yeah.
He's calling you and he thinks you're just not answering.
Yeah.
When on the flip side, you're dealing with a traumatic family situation, you're not answering. Like, we don't know the rundown of people's insides, so we don't get to judge the level of trauma it is. Do you know what I'm saying? So fuck off. Please continue.
So, like, point being, I didn't want to go to the concert. I was like, I just want to like stay home and cry and just like try to not be canceled as a comedian, you know? And also like
by other comedians.
I respect like the comedy community so much in Vegas, and I don't get to like go to a lot of these clubs because I'm working like 6 nights a week, and on my one night off, sometimes I don't want to be in a comedy club. Like I have, you know, to rest my voice. Like I have to, you know, relax, which isn't good. Like in our nature, we don't like to do that. But like, that's probably why he was like, who the fuck are you? Because like, I haven't been to his comedy club because I'm working every night at Magic Mike. So it was just a whole thing, and it was emotionally draining. And I have to give huge props to Liz Stone, who is a comedian in Las Vegas. She's amazing. She's hilarious. She's also a lawyer, so she helped me like make a statement. But I was terrified that I was gonna like lose my job at Magic Mike. That BravoCon was gonna be taken away from me. Like I was so excited to be hosting this panel and like honored to even have been asked. I was just scared they were like gonna think it was too much drama or scandal, which by the way, it's Bravo, they love drama. So like it was all good. No one even mentioned it. But my husband was like, we're going to Katy Perry. We're fucking going. And the song Roar came on, and it was just like tears and me just screaming it at the top of my lungs. And it's so like cheesy, but like that song has become my like fight song now.
Oh.
And now I'm gonna cry.
That's okay.
Yeah. And like, so I feel like we should sing Roar at your show. Yeah.
Okay, we'll sing it.
You're like, I hate Katy Perry.
No, I don't.
Yeah, no. And like that song, like whenever I'm having a tough time, like music for me is like how I like get through anything. And like before I like go to work now, like I'm like, hey, Alexa, play Roar. Sorry if you have an Alexa at home. You're probably listening to Roar now.
Yeah, good. Turn it up.
But yeah, no, like that song kind of like got me through that, and like having to like go into work the next day and being like, are people talking about me? Like, did they see it? Like all of that. Like it was so traumatic, and it all ended up working out. and it was fine. And I feel like I'm all good with like Brad Garrett's club and like we're all good. But it was just like a lot. And so thank you, Katy Perry.
How do we get you to Katy Perry?
I know.
Listen, that's the beauty also of music and laughter.
Yeah.
Like you also don't know whose roar you are. Oh. Like you don't know who's come to see your show on a day where they just had something really traumatic happen for them. Yeah. And a joke that you made, be it Magic Mike Live or stand up, gave them that one trigger to be like, this is my roar. Okay, fuck it, fuck it. And that is the power of comedy. Yeah. That's the power of music. That's the power of what we do for a living, and that's the power that you carry. And I do feel like comedians and entertainers are super human because
we're people too.
Yeah, we are. Yeah. We have our own fucking trauma.
But you gotta laugh at it.
Yeah, well, otherwise
so
we'll fucking end up in an institution.
Exactly.
I mean, look, the world is so heavy, and I feel like even with the live show, I feel the live show is going to be just my favorite people. Like Sky Miles will be singing, and she's like unbelievable, and I think the vulnerability will lie in like the music, but I think that like also people need to like know that like you had your own moment. Like it's hard for us too. And it is hard.
And you got to laugh at it. Like how ridiculous is it that I was like DMing back and forth with like Brad Garrett, who like, God, like I grew up loving Everybody Loves Raymond. Like he's on like so many incredible shows and like someone I respect so much. Just like DMing back and forth about like a comedy show. Like it's so funny and how things can like snowball and get so like misconstrued and like you really have to laugh at it. And it is all about communication.
That's really all you can do.
That's all you can do. Like,
it really
so
is
stupid.
Because you're gonna cry and then you're gonna fucking laugh.
And we got through it, you know?
You did get through it.
And like it's just it is what it is. And like the crazy thing is that we're all so like white knuckling, like doing a show that we're trying to just bring laughter to people's lives about.
Well, that's the other thing. But you know, people are always like, it's not brain surgery.
Oh my God.
And it's like, well,
my husband reminds me so many times when I get like worked up or like stressed out about things that happen at work. He's like, it's supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, you're right.
But do you ever feel like, God, we're going to need so much extra time.
Sorry, guys.
Jory, do we have enough time for one more question?
Yes.
Thank you, Jory.
Thanks, Jory.
Do you feel like, because I'm in a fun time in my life right now.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've never taken any safe options. I'm just full-time singing, and it's just going to be what it fucking is. Do you know what I'm saying? It's such a loaded thing to say, but there was a lot of other things.
Yeah.
There's part of me that feels guilty, like some guy the other day was just kidding, but he was like, oh, yeah, you just live the life, you just sing at night. Like, some of us have to work. And I was like, you know, I get that, but I do work. Like, I literally give all the energy that I have to entertain people at night, no matter what mood I'm in, no matter what news I just found out, no matter what the fuck I just went through, my stupid fucking EMDR therapy, where I got to go do some hard shit. Let me tell you something. I told a friend of mine the therapy that we were like going through. A lot of people are too scared to even try therapy because it's so scary to even look at, you know?
Pandora's box.
And we do it every day because it's still therapeutic to just be funny and to show up and be the comedic relief.
Exactly.
And I felt myself feeling guilty. Like, I do just have fun for a living. Like, God, should I be? And then I did this spiral. And then I was like, no, it's okay. Have you felt like that before where you're like?
It is funny because people are always like, oh my God, like your job is so cool. Like you're living the life. Like it's amazing. And I had given, it wasn't a TED talk, but like kind of a whole talk to senior students in the acting program I went to that were graduating. And they all want to be on Broadway. And I'm like, you do have to understand it is a job. There's going to be nights where like something happens and like you don't want to go to work, but you have to show up. Like I had a night, Margot Robbie came to our show and I was supposed to do that show. And I had a grandma Jerry, she passed before I was born, but I also had an Aunt Jerry who lived to like 99.
We love Aunt Jerry.
We love Jerry's. Aunt Jerry was fabulous. Who would have absolutely died over her. She's amazing. She had passed away that day. And I found out, and I was literally, thank you, having to head to the theater, knowing I can't go back to New Jersey to go to Aunt Jerry's funeral. I can't do anything. But I'm also like heading to go perform for Barbie. And you're like,
I mean, that's such a mind fuck.
And it's just like, I almost like wouldn't let myself cry about anything with like family stuff. Like you don't even let your mind go there because you're like, no, I got to go get the job done. We got to go do it. Like when really I just wanted to fly home and like cry and mourn and be with my family. But like you do it and you show up and there's someone in that audience that needed that laughter, that joy that night. Like, or even last night, there was a row of girls and this beautiful older woman, and she had like a little fur coat on and a cane. And the girls, I was like, what are you guys here for? And they're like, it's our grandma's birthday. And like, I never got to meet my grandma Jerry, and my other grandma passed away. And like, I haven't gotten to be around her in years. And I looked at the girls and I went, you better appreciate this moment and know how great, like, lucky you are to be at Magic Mike Live with your grandma. And like I like started to get choked up and I was like, Jaclyn, stop. Like, you know, but like people, like that's why our show is cool, is that like people get to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know? And we've had a lot of like 80-year-olds in the show that like
just a bunch of 80-year-old perverts walking around.
I know.
That's what I'm really getting from this story.
Yeah.
A bunch of little 80-year-old hoes. Their husbands died and they got their kid and they're
we
ready.
just had the retirement house. Do you know them? Sorry. Oh
I don't know what that means. I need you
guys
to explain.
look up the retirement house. Jory, you know who they are.
Jory,
right?
you know? Jory.
They came to the studio yesterday.
Oh, shut up. They're on like a whole
Shut
Las
up.
Vegas press tour.
They're on tour.
Oh, we had them lap dance. I got Retha on
Who
stage.
are these
She's
people?
74. Oh my God, look them up. Look up Retirement
God
House.
damn it.
There was one of the members,
hate not knowing
Curtis.
stuff.
He released a video he was like, this is my prediction for Usher's halftime show. And he's probably in his 80s and he's doing all these like Usher dances. I was like, Curtis, you are my icon. My husband's probably so jealous I'm meeting you. And he
Retirement home?
Yeah, they're insane. And the coolest thing about having them at our show was how happy they were, how energetic they were. And like us, we're half their age. And like we complain about like a backache or being tired. And I'm looking at these people. I'm like, no, girl.
Because I also feel like, and this is the best lesson that we'll take, and then we'll end it on this.
Yeah.
And then I want people to go watch your fucking Mob Wives video. The older you get, the more you realize how fast life goes by and how the shit you cared about fucking didn't matter. And I think that it's the one lesson for me right now that I'm just dealing with. Like, I don't want to look back and have any regrets. Like,
You gotta shoot your shot.
Yeah, listen, I am scared to fucking tell the president of Fontainebleau that I have feelings and he has hurt them. But I would rather do my best trying to grow than spend another 20 years with bitter anger, resentment, shit that does not even belong to me.
I think shoulda, coulda, woulda would be the worst thing to think in 20 years. You know, you got to shoot your shot and you got to live that Gangster Goddess lifestyle.
Let's put our jackets on to say goodbye to people. Let's put our jackets, even though I'm sweating like a fucking
sweating.
pig. I swear to God,
I don't have a spray tan. It would be all over the shirt right
Oh my
now.
God, I don't wear white. I don't know if you know that about me. I'm not a white clothing person because, well, also I hate white people because they were mean to Jory, but also
I know.
and I'm never going to forget that. Jory, you're stuck with us.
Jory.
Fucking
you were just in the wrong part of Italy.
I don't know. I feel like he was in the right part, and I hate to talk about people like that, but they can go fuck themselves too. All right, listen. Thank you. I love you so much. I'm so happy. You know what you mean to me. You know what you mean to me. I love you. I'm so excited about April 3rd. I cannot wait for you to join us.
Oh, it's going to be incredible.
Please see Jaclyn Marfuggi Caprio at Magic Mike Live, hosting the hottest show in Vegas at the Sahara. Check out her Mob Wives aesthetic video.
Yeah, and also I have to let you guys know this because before I met Makayla, I remember asking Michael Yo, I was like, does she really look like that in person? And he was like, yeah, no, she's like stunning. And I'm sitting across from you right now, and I feel like I like glazed over because I was like, she's so fucking fucking pretty. I'm just telling you, like, this is like the real deal. It's
Don't do this!
No, I just had to say that because I feel like people are probably like, she can't look that good. And she does. It's like better in person.
Listen, you're already my sister.
I'm just saying that.
Listen, that's why we love our Jaclyn Marfuggi Caprio.
Yeah.
And also, I'd like to say before we go that Jaclyn Marfuggi Caprio came to a show of mine a few months ago while I was singing Britney Spears for her because she loves Britney Spears.
I do love.
And you're the funnest bitch to go out with. When you do get to go out, you're fucking fun, honey.
Oh my God. Wait, I have a Britney mob wife bit.
Go.
Can I do it? I'm sorry, Jory. Okay.
Jory Blink.
Sorry.
Okay, he says yes.
I feel he says yes. So I feel like Britney Spears could give like mob wives like advice on how to yell at their husbands through Britney Spears song lyrics. It's going to be a really bad Britney impression because I have a hoarse voice from all the shows. But it's this is what you have to do if your man is pissing you off. Okay. You give me more, womanizer. Don't you hear me, baby, one more time with your I'm a slave for you demands. I'll give you such a media circus. You won't be able to say, oops, I did it again. Every time a toxic word comes out of your crazy mouth. It's so stupid.
Who the fuck did I just interview?
I haven't done that in a while. Yeah.
Jory. Jory!
No worries.
What did we just fucking watch?
It's so fun.
How does your mind work like that?
I don't know.
You're a fucking ginger Britney Spears. Honestly, I don't want any more guests. I'll see you fucking next week.
Oh.
We'll see you April 3rd. Jaclyn, I love you to death.
Love you. Grazie mille for having me. Ciao, ciao.
Give me this one. Okay. So Funny It Hurts is brought to you by Pacific West Injury Law. Got into an accident? Contact Pacific West Injury Law. Also, there's nothing better for your mental health than a great workout. And our episode is brought to you by Fit Club, the only place to be. It's so funny, it hurts.